Hi, welcome to Mamas, Papas, and Babies. This is our first YouTube channel. My name is Angel, my wife's name is Jenny, and our little baby girl's name is Sarah. And we also have two dogs, two Cavaliers. His name is Charlie's and Benji's. That's our uh, fur babies, essentially. And essentially, we are creating this channel essentially just for us to, put our life out there. Um, see review products, see what we can do to show you our life and how we are raising our daughter. Um, so this is kind of weird because that is the first time using, I guess, editing software and YouTube and whatnot. Essentially, my wife right now is sleeping, and I'm kind of tasked to figure it all out. So I'm here. I'm going to figure how to get things together, how to put our first YouTube video together, and now teach her so she can start doing it herself too. But yeah, I think our first lineup essentially we're going to do is I want to review Dr. Brown's pitcher that we use to mix our bottles and are the type of bottles that we use, which right now I believe are the Mam bottles. Um, yeah, let's get to it. This is from Dr. Brown, Natural Flow. It's a 40-ounce pitcher. And since we supplement, what we do is essentially we pre-make all the bottles ahead of time. So that way, after she breastfeeds throughout the day, she can just go in the fridge, grab another bottle, warm it up, and then give it to the baby like that. And typically, I usually make the bottles at night. Um, right now, it's about 11 or so. So they're good for 24 hours essentially. So they'll be good again. And for the most part, we make about 5 or 6 bottles. It covers all her feedings that she'll do tomorrow. um, but yeah, this helps out a lot because what it does is it has a little cylinder gadget here, and it kind of rotates and mixes very well the formula that we have in here. So once we pour the designated amount of liquid, I'm sorry, distilled water, and we just pop this up here, and then we just begin mixing. And then once once it's all nice and mixed, we just go ahead. There's like a little opening latch over here, and from here we just pour it out the formula into our bottles and how many ounces we made. But yeah, this come out really handy because we did individually just 2 or 3 ounces per bottle. It'd take a lot longer. So with this, I can knock it all out in one go, essentially. Another thing I want to talk about is the bottles that we were using for the baby. We got, for a baby shower, these Mam bottles. We got like 2 of them from them. And she really likes these type of bottles because what happens is the nipple on here, she latches onto very well, considered compared to like the standard nipples that are out there in regular bottles. So we find that she takes to these a lot better. And the cool thing with these ones is that the nipples, the flows, for her we're using like a low flow, but as she gets older we can upgrade the nipple to like the medium flow or higher flow, whatever they come out to be. But I know when we tried giving her like a medium flow and it was too much for her, too much liquid coming in, and she kind of started gagging. So we stick to the low flows for now, until she gets a little bit older. Again, she's 2 months, so. And the cool thing about these particular bottles is that they're easy to sterilize. You don't have to always boil the bottle or anything like that. With these guys, when you take it apart, this, and you put some water in the center here, and by doing that, once you put water here, you put little canisters together, in the middle, on top, the lid, and you microwave it for a few minutes. And essentially all the steam will kill off any bacteria, sterilize the bottle entirely. So it's very convenient. So we can do that like once a week, so we can get any ickies out of the bottle, so she can get sick or anything like that. We like these so much that we ended up buying some more from Amazon. So we got, this is like the super infant one, only holds 4 ounces. But we do get these guys. It's the next size up. Already went ahead and made the bottle here, but this one is a little bit bigger, holds a little bit more. She's still only drinking about 2 to 3
ounces for supplementing, but we have in case. So when she gets older, she's going to start drinking some more. And the ones we got from Amazon came in a package, so they came in two of these guys, and then you came in the two bigger ones. With these guys, it came with the two low flows and two of the medium flows for the bigger ones. I actually had to go out and buy two of the lower flows because, like I said, the medium ones was too much for her, so the smaller nipples worked better. But yeah, I got these for a pretty good price on Amazon. I totally forget how much I paid for them, but they weren't that expensive. I buy all my stuff from Amazon typically. So one thing I want to talk about is the type of formula we use. Essentially, we're using the two different ones. We started out once we brought the baby home. One was Gentle Ease from Infamil. This one was, at first she liked it. It was pretty watery, and I think it was easier for her to drink that way. But when we started seeing our pediatrician, she gave us a bunch of samples of the Similac Pro Sensitive, and we said, hey, they're free and they're recommended, so we started using them. The Pro Sensitive has immune support, HML, human milk, and it has prebiotic, previously only found in breast milk. So, I had a lot of cool stuff. I looked some reviews on it, and everything seemed to be pretty cool on this guy. So we started using a lot of Similac, and then once we ran out, we tried to put her back on the Infamil Gentle Ease because my wife had a niece that really liked this one, and she wanted to feed her the same stuff she was feeding her. Anyways, when we tried putting her back on here, she started, you can tell she didn't like it. She got used to the taste from the Similac. So we got this one as a gift, so we might have to, and we bought a bunch from Costco recently, so we might have to return the other ones, so they're not open, and just buy more of the Similac Pro Sensitive. Because she seems to like it. You can tell she's making faces and stuff when we tried giving her this one again. So I think we're going to end up sticking with the Pro Sensitive. It's working out so good for her, so yeah. So let's go ahead and show you how it looks like when we mix the milk using Dr. Brown's mixer pitcher. So what I do, instead of having to figure out how many scoops I can do for 16 ounces, I just do 16 ounces essentially. So I have this ready. I open that first. Actually, I have this first here, and I go with 16 ounces of the distilled water. And then I would go ahead and just throw in the formula. So usually just count them out. So 16, so I go for 2 ounces. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and this would be the 16. So essentially what will happen is we're going to have about 3 ounces for 4 bottles, and 1 bottle will be 4 ounces. So you see they set all the formula at the top. They throw this up top, and this clips. There's a little deal here that you can kind of slide into place. And once it's into place, you want to start going ahead and start mixing it. So what I found is to go and start the mixing right at the level base of the formula, the liquid portion here. So you go all the way as far atop as the little spinner would go right here, and just going down. The slower you mix, the less bubbles you have. But it really doesn't matter for me because what ends up happening is since she's not going to end up drinking this till like later on. The bubbles have time to settle if there are any bubbles in the bottles. So it settles in the fridge essentially. And then yeah, so we really don't have a problem. Do about maybe 30 or so. So now that this is all mixed up, I can go ahead and start pouring in the bottles. And that's all it. And I'll just do one so that you can see how this guy works here. So I just go ahead and measure the little deal here, the ounces. And you have a lot of control because it's really thin at the tip here when you're pouring out the formula. So you can have a lot of control whether you want to go faster or just so you can pinpoint the amount of formula you want in the bottle. And that's about it.
In closing, I really do recommend getting the Dr. Brown's Natural Formula Mixer. It works out wonders. It helps out a lot. You'd save a lot of time just mixing all the formula at once. It mixes it really well. The other thing is the man bottles, the nipples, the way they're stylized. It's really good for her to get a latch on those type of nipples. We try the advanced bottles. We also try the Dr. Brown's anti-colic one, which that one was okay, but like I said, she really likes the man bottle nipples. So yeah, and the Dr. Brown one, I think it's only like $10 on Amazon, and you can get like a bunch of packs for the man bottles. So it's not too bad. And if you have any questions on any of the products I use for the baby, feel free to leave them in the comments, and me and my wife will be sure to get back to you. Thank you.